top spawn to kick off this group. We got our purple Terran player.
Dust Gaming, Spectre.
And his opponent. Spawning in the bottom left, it is the orange Protoss.
Panda Gaming, desRow.
Repping French Canadian up real hard.
All the French Canadians rooting for the desRow.
Yeah, and he made a really good showing in Nation Wars, and I'm wondering whether he's gonna put up equally a good fight in this group. I mean, I think he's got a solid chance of making it out, but I think this is so far the hardest group to call out of all the groups we've had so far. I mean, Group B and C, the ones we've cast at least, Kelazur and Park, very easy calls for first place, and they made it out 4-0 and 4-1 respectively. So. No surprises there. desRow, I'd probably skip the edge to, but I mean, Spectre's a pretty strong player as well, and it's a tough one to call.
Yeah, good matchup for desRow. Matchup is currently favoring Protoss right now in general, so most Protoss is pretty comfortable with it. We'll see if desRow's style plays into that nicely. We will find out. And Reaper expand from our Terran player, as is comfortable and usual. Across the other side of the map, we got desRow going for a nice, safe build as well. Expansion before Cybercore with a single gas, getting the second gas after that.
Yeah, and there was an SCV scout coming in first as well, so Spectre being pretty careful, doesn't want to be caught off guard by any sneaky Protoss shenanigans, of which we have seen so many. On this map even, I think it was the proxy pretty much everything you can. Or maybe it's just towers. Feeling it was just towers now. But either way, desRow comes out of that mother score at the perfect time. Reaper's unable to even get any health damage onto the probes and has to back on off. Robo Facility is the first tech choice for desRow, and it's pretty well in keeping with how he played in Nation Wars. Very much a disruptor-heavy style, and I mean, yeah, they're a solid unit. Some powerful hits can absolutely win a game.
Yeah, and we got things starting to even out here. A game of relaxation and calmness throughout.
Oh, he's going to cast the Reaper. Oh! desRow just teasing. Yeah, he might be going for an adept play as well, actually, with that Twilight Council coming in. He's trying to block the ramp with those two Stalkers in case of Marauders, Hellions, I guess, trying to run up. Spectre's opened up with a Cyclone. Helps quite a lot in early defense against particularly Oracles, early Warp Prisms, anything in the air. You can try and chase it down. And yeah, looks like Spectre's going to keep it in that defensive position there.
You see that in TvT too, the safety Cyclone. Just throw it out there. Get one. Helps defend a lot of different stuff that can come at you, so it's a good all-around safe move to make. And we do have desRow taking the earlier expansion. No third CC down yet from Spectre, so can expect a bit of aggression from our Terran player here.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice scan as well he just got down. Saw almost all of the crucial buildings. The big things it missed out were pretty much any hint of that third base, and obviously exactly what that Twilight Council is researching. Because, I mean, you see a Twilight Council on a robotic facility as a Terran player, you've definitely got to have in the back of your mind, am I going to be adept all in a minute? Now, he didn't see any gateways, but I mean, this is probably what we're talking about, man. They're tricksy. They could be hiding them in either these kind of wing expansions. They could be hiding them in the natural. They could be anywhere. But as it is, desRow looks to be setting up for more of a macro style game, or at the very least a little of a later link all in. And
it's really nice that the Adept upgrade on the Twilight Council sort of makes it a little bit more ambiguous. Before, it's just like, yeah, you're going for Blink because that's what you upgrade out of a Twilight Council. Yeah. Very rare you would see Charge and there were no other options. And now I feel that Protoss versus Terran, you can play that Charged Archon style again. You can play Blink. You can play the Adept, very obviously. So it's a lot more ambiguous. It makes Protoss be able to get a little more flexibility out of their Twilight Councils.
Yeah, it's nice adding that bit of uncertainty, that bit of strategic variation. And I think that's something that I want to say Legacy of the Void has done well, but I think any kind of big changes, it was the same when Wings of Liberty came out, I'm sure, and when Hearthstone first came out. Everyone's trying out everything and trying to find what works the best. And at the minute, there's just so many different compositions and openings and builds going on.
We got the
really
Blinkstalkers moving across the map now.
Yeah.
This observer is in place, sees whatever it needs to see there. Just going to do a little bit of harassment there on the depot. No reason not to just grab a free depot there.
Yeah,
but gonna have to be very careful. Can pretty easily blink away. Scan for the observer, but not in range to kill it. So that's a 225 mineral advantage to desRow there.
Yeah, nice observer positioning by desRow as well. Not keeping it like on top of his army, controlling it separately, so he doesn't just move his observer in and have it float over the town bio. So
that's one of the most annoying things in the world. It's like, oh man, Protoss, I can't 1A. I have to have the observer on a separate hotkey. Oh god. Maybe I'll just do it anyway. All the observers die. Crap, I knew I should have put it in a separate hotkey. But in any case, nice scan over here. It's going to take it out. Well done. He does have a couple other observers in place. One is spot drops in the north, and then one is scout attacking armies gathering at the front. Got the mothership core to defend, so any sort of multi-pronged aggression. He's sort of covering his butt here, checking his bases, making sure everything that comes in from any angle is scouted quite well, playing nice, solid style here for desRow.
Yeah, and desRow's observer, good coverage, really good vision. It's going to spot this army coming in. A couple of High Templars moving forwards, and Spectre could be eating a bunch of storms here. Stim's back, having spotted those, and yeah, he's going to have to run all the way away. desRow controlling that observer as well, just trying to keep eyes on that army. Spectre finds engagement with the Stalker, but eats a big storm. Still doesn't lose that many Marines. Oh, but actually coming in on the Mortar. The Mortar's going to be sniped down, but oh my god, that was a huge storm. Like a slaughtered.
That was fantastic. A little bit of extra move command chasing that medevac, but we'll clean this up. Nicely done from desRow, nicely defended, and no really counter aggression during that time. No bit of harass coming in from the other side, taking advantage. And oh man, look at this. desRow just takes another base. 8-minute 4th base for desRow here. Yes. Very nice. And looks like Spectre is keeping in stride. Both of them relatively low aggression overall, and going to go ahead and take a lot of bases as a result of that lack of aggression.
Yeah. One thing I do find interesting about desRow's base positioning as well is he's chosen that much further away sort of 4th base position rather than knocking down his rocks and taking the one that's a little bit closer in. And I don't know, it's just a little bit of an interesting decision. Why do you think he might have done that?
Well, sometimes it's nice to do that because you can sort of keep your army over here on this in this open area on the left side of the map and cover, and you have the rocks to sort of buy you time. But he doesn't have any vision over here on the rocks. He's going to be moving over to this side to, oh, just barely caught the edge of that medevac there. So now he knows, or I thought he did. He should know what's going on. Big drop coming here from Spectre. Nice storm is going to help somewhat. Pylons going down. Many, many, many Widow Mines here. Not going to get their value. Nice pull here from desRow.
Really.
Running in, focusing the medevacs.
Yeah, the medevacs cannot just dance around with that many blink stalks on the map. A couple of fucking overcharges. Trying to find those last couple of medevacs, but couldn't quite do it. desRow does need to clean up these Widow Mines though, because there's still like 5 Widow Mines there. They could do a lot of
not
damage
have
to that army.
noticed that Widow Mines were a part of that attack.
Oh,
there it is.
just about. Oh no, he's gonna get
one hit off.
Oh, he gets
the observer.
There's
the second observer coming in, but still, that's some nice value out of those Widow Mines. Almost got that other observer as well. That was the 3rd observer. desRow playing really observer heavy, which is the style I always love to see. out of Protoss. The Observer is such a phenomenal unit, and he's got him placed really well. He's got even a Zealot and different units out about on the map, checking all the expansions.
Yeah, just making sure he's never caught with his pants down against a bunch of stealth ghosts or with a bunch of widow mines in his mineral line. He's always got an observer to pull from somewhere. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Warp Prism coming in now, looking to put some harass back on the Tran player. desRow's
using this this unit over here, the Observer in the north, to know that this attack is over here, starts to clear out the widow mines. Is allowed to do a little bit of engagement before the Liberators can get set up. But now, whoa, looks like he's just gonna go right in and target. Looking pretty good, keeping those High Templar out of range here. Very important. That was a
really
beautiful
good storm. Yes, Spectre just dancing back and forth between them, and desRow picks off a couple of Liberators. Really only lost the Zealots there, so overall pretty solid trade.
He's going for Liberator range as well. So that's going to be interesting. By the way, Liberator, it's not attack range, but it's the range of its liberation zone there. Zones of freedom.
Bunch of Widowmines taking out most of the Zealots. desRow snipes those medevacs as they come out, and Spectre's bio reinforcements come in. It's going to be difficult for desRow to keep on pushing there.
Yeah, a lot of scans coming down, trying to catch these observers. A couple of High Templar in that Warp Prism, keeps them safe from any EMPs that might be on the way. No ghosts yet for Spectre, but it is something that you can expect to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good to keep it in mind, practice it. And, I mean, apart from anything else, Warp Prisms are a lot faster than High Templar. High Templar are pretty sluggish.
Absolutely.
So it helps out a lot. Spectre's secured that 4th base location now, got Planetary Fortress there, and there's blocking down another command center, possibly for a 5th base, possibly for...
We're in a position here. High Templar looking good. Storm mostly dodged, but we've got quite a few, 3 more Storms here, ready to defend, to buy some time until the rest of the army can get here.
Yeah, desRow's army is going to come around the back to avoid the Liberator zones, which is really good. Oh, Blink's right in there. Snipes both the Liberators before they get a shot off. And desRow fighting on 2 fronts here is doing pretty well on both of them, just driving the army back, but the Storm's going to really secure that victory for him. And
be careful with these High Templar in the front. Doesn't manages rather to not lose any. And going into Colossus, very hard of this one. Colossus has been a rarity in a lot of different situations, and this is one of them. I haven't seen a lot of Colossus in this matchup for some time. It is a stylistic choice here, going for the Colossus over the Disruptor.
Yeah, I mean, they did get a big nerf in going into Legacy of the Void. Lost a couple of damage from their basic attack, and they lost how much they get from upgrades as well, which was a much bigger deal. They previously gained a bunch of damage per upgrade, but
lost their range too, down to 8 range after the Thermal Lance.
They
went back to 9. That's right.
Yeah, but yeah, for a while they were pretty bad. Yeah, still just a reliable source of damage though, just not the complete game winners that they were before. You really do have to combo them with those Storms, but it's cool to see the Storm First style making a bit of a comeback. That fell off in legs that half the Swarm with the Rise of the Widowmine. But speaking of Widowmine, Spectre has them just all over the place, picking off units left and right. Spectre's going to try and come around behind this. Might be able to get a couple of High Templar for cheap. And yeah, that's pretty good. Setting up these liberation zones. Oh, he's going to kill these Colossi so quickly. If he focuses them down though.
No, some of those Stalkers moving forward to eat the aggro of the Liberators. No target fire in response, so that's going to be advantage desRow, but unfortunately he's outmatched here. He's going to lose all of these forces, even getting flanked from the top. That Defender's rally advantage kicking in for Spectre. It's very nice.
Yeah, really good. desRow now countering Dire Straits 47, arms by 78, and running back through this minefield. He loses another Stalker, puts the other 2 down to red health, and
I think he's going to lose him right here as well.
He's going to lose those last 2 as well. Ah, dear.
Yeah, still a couple more mines left as well. Does start clearing them out with this Zealot. But as far as observers go, only one left.
8 Liberators up here. Spectre has so much space control. And yeah, I mean, you just cannot fight into that.
Excellently done. Even moving forward here, getting aggressive with the bio. Gonna go ahead and take out an Immortal. Nicely done. And this base is not long for this world. In the meantime, a little bit of harass, almost killing the Planetary Fortress in the center top section.
Yeah. Nice multi-prong from desRow, but it's just not enough. Spectre's army just has so much power in it with those Liberators, and these Widowmines are getting value and value and value throughout the whole game. All of them picking up at least a couple of kills, and desRow really needs some kind of answer to these Liberators. Tempest would be great, but it's just, I feel like it's almost too little too late here. I don't have any Stargates. It's going to take ages to get up a fleet beacon and actually sustain some kind of Tempest count to poke away at those Liberators from the long range they have with the advanced ballistics upgrade.
Ooh, and this is really not what he needs right now. He's got such a high worker count, but he can't keep a 5th base up, and this gets scouted right away and will be taken out. There's nothing here really to defend it. He's going to send out some forces, but they're going to get hit by that Widowmine there. Ooh, nice blink over on the right side. Base getting taken out, and most of forces committed over here to defend this attack. This is such an important part of the map. And look at all the liberation zones. Oh my god. Yeah, that range upgrade on the Liberators makes them so difficult to deal with. Kind of leapfrog some of these forward here. And this is just absolutely brutal to deal with. Gonna try to come in from the side. Oh, they all
this is
unsiege for a second here. Takes down quite a few of them. There are some more left. Nice storms from desRow. Gonna take out the bio over here, and the Blinkstalkers taking out the Liberators. This is exactly the kind of moment that desRow needed here. In the same time, trying to harass this Planetary Fortress with a single Stalker, doing pretty reasonable, taking out some workers.
Yeah, and blinks away from the workers once surrounded. But yeah, that was a good engagement for desRow, resetting that Liberator count. But Spectre's producing 4 at a time. Jeez. Where's his other starport? Yeah, he's got another starport here without even upgrade on it. Just pumping out 3 starports. It's crazy. Getting
no
the ship
Stargate response from desRow. desRow in general doesn't go Stargate too often. Just in the history of his games, he's almost always tended to be a robo player. Gonna be mining out here. This is some really nice harassment, by the way, over here with these Stalkers. Just so much value out of just a few Stalkers, and Spectre has to put his army way out of position to be able to defend. DT coming in here as well.
Oh, nice.
This could be very nice. Scan gonna come in very likely quite soon for this Planetary Fortress.
Yeah,
Small bio army over here.
If he doesn't, the DT will just kind of take out the bio army, and the Stalkers will keep on doing their thing, but he's going to ring it with turrets eventually. Yeah, the Stalker's going to get taken out, just sitting out in hold position. Don't manage to get too much more done. And yeah, the CT's just kind of get what value you can, and 6 kills already is really good. But desRow's trying to move in. He's going to land a couple of storms, not quite. Spectre does manage to move away. Catch a couple of those Liberators though. That's pretty nice. But still 3 liberation zones. You can't really fight in that. And a couple of storms to cover his retreat. Should mean he actually gets away with some army at least.
Yep, nicely done over here. Just taking that fight, forcing the fight rather, I would say, Spectre into that liberation zone. And we have really the most important key parts on the map here starting to line up. desRow taking the base in the bottom center, really important. And the newest, freshest base for Spectre over in that bottom right section. So I should expect to see a lot of action on the map on that side. But one of these cool things that Spectre is doing here is expanding in multiple directions. So it's really tough for desRow to be able to split properly, to be able to defend when he is mostly committed to defending this base over here in bottom center as the other bases are mining out.
Yeah, it is really interesting seeing these bases all be spread all across the map. A couple of High Templar get found here, but all the bio do die, so trading off a little bit, keeping that High Templar count low is really good. The energy units just continue to accrue value over the course of longer games. And, yeah, another DT from desRow.
Oh, what a move. He realizes that the army is over on the left side of the map, hits on the right side. Things looking very nice for Spectre at this point in time. A little bit of lag going on.
Yeah, just wait,
Ooh,
so I
I
don't know if that's
see.
me.
Yeah, I see
Is
your
that
name
me?
on the screen right now.
Oh dear. Obviously not an internet issue, so fingers crossed I can just close down a couple of tabs or something. Um, and figure it all out.
But nothing to worry about. Too bad over here. desRow making threats at
Oh no.
Trigonal. You've angered the panda man. Watch out. He's gonna come at you. Sudoku, please.
Yeah, that's looking a lot better.
All right. Are we on main screen right now, or is everybody watching this chat?
Yeah, I don't know, but I will find out in a couple minutes. But yeah, I don't know. I just like guess little blip. But yeah, it's all looking a lot smoother now. And, fingers crossed that won't happen again. If it does, might have to restart or something. Bruh. And I've been missing out on some quality memes in the chat.
They're gonna take your job, man.
Oh, my
He's
job,
asking if
man.
people are ready. Saber's getting, losing some job security here. desRow's asking who's ready. He's unpausing. Pretty soon he'll be doing the countdown himself, man. Watch out.
Yeah. They'll be
Watch
casting
out
the
for your
games
job,
as they're
man.
playing them.
Yep. Pretty soon, it's
Players
like
will start paying themselves.
everything.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, man. They'll start casting themselves. They'll admin their own tournament while in game. Be like, okay, you two are playing next. All right, great.
That's the next level of multitasking.
Yeah.
That's what StarCraft 3 is going to be. It's going to be like StarCraft Manager.
Yeah.
Manage tournaments.
It's like a sim game. It's like StarCraft Manager. Acquire talent, network with top esport executives to get sponsors for your players.
Oh my god, those zealots just get annihilated. It's like
Yeah.
Zerglings running into marine fire there. Boy. Nice blink though, just the right time. Getting max value out of them.
Yep. That damage, by the way, of the ground attack does get affected by upgrades, up to 95 damage now with +2.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is quite a bit.
About to chunk those stalkers. And yeah, oh, nice snipe by Spectre as well on this base down here. Little force of zealots, DTs, and a Colossus are going to try and slice this away. But the Colossus isn't really getting that splash damage done. Still that skirmish is going on, dancing back and forth up in the top
And that's
left.
it. That's it for desRow's economy. It is gone.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
that was the base. That was the only chance he had. Now his army is getting chased down the map. Lots of storms, getting a lot of value, but in the end, he's not going to be able to rebuild this army. Gets wiped off. GG, Spectre takes game 1. Excellently done there. And welcome back to the ASL. This is game 2 of match 1 of Group D. Hope you can put all that together in your head. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruins of Saros. It's the winner of game 1. He's up 1-0. Can he close it out here? It's the Purple Terran.
Dust Gaming, Spectre.
And down in the bottom left-hand corner, threatening a bit of banter, it is our orange Protoss player.
Panda Gaming, desRow.
Oh, right. So both players just sending out their worker scouts out here. They'll probably meet each other kind of halfway between, or yeah, halfway in the middle of the map, right on the other side from where their actual bases are. We've got close by air spawns, which could influence their decision making, but I don't know, desRow's gone for that fairly standard 2 in each gas, well-rounded build.
Yeah, he was like at 3
yeah.
and 2 for a while, and then he just
Was
switched
it?
it up. Now he's at 2 and 3,
Interesting.
and those guys are
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
you never know. The gas balancing act is a game. Many.
I'm sure they
many
just. I'm pretty
Protoss
sure they
play.
just make it up. They're just like, yeah, just let's just send this one for 3 trips. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right. Let's get back to minerals. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Gotta have some way to spend that APM.
Absolutely, and already up to 200 gas banks so far. Cybercore finishing up. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a Star port here. Stargate, excuse me. There it is.
There it is.
Close by air spawns. Very nice for that kind of a situation, but this path was taken long ago. The path to Stargate is begun by the first step of 2 gas before expand, and here we are. It's going to be able to get nice spawning positions for that. Hopefully, for him, throwing out a quick Oracle and getting some damages in the rally point right to that mineral line.
Oh, actually, Spectre doesn't even scout, does he? He just determines his position and then gets on off because Spectre is looking for some drop aggression of his own. They're both thinking, I know where my opponent is. Yes, excellent. Close by air spawns. This is just what I want. Spectre's going for a mine drop. And desRow, of course. Oh, actually, mine and Hellion. Interesting indeed. desRow's going to be...
A lot of potential for worker kills there.
So,
very nice. But desRow with the expansion, so as long as he can hold this, and should be able to with that Oracle. It's all about that Oracle energy expenditure and how quickly this gets scouted. If he is able to scout it quick enough, he should be able to save that detection for the Widow Mine. He does have a Robo finishing up, but might be able to use that instead and get some damage in. Either way, looks like they're going to...
They're going to pass each other? Oh, they just don't see each other.
Oh, the Oracle is in and having an awesome
timing.
time in the mineral line. Great job. And going across the map is Spectre. Just absolutely... Oh my god, where are these workers going? Oh, and now they're going back. Oh my god.
I mean, all the Marines have left. All the Marines are in this...
That's it.
In this medevac.
12 workers killed, no expansion. It's all about this... Oh god, that Widow Mine hit could have been pretty juicy. Nicely done. Very nicely done there. Going to lose a lot of... Oh, this pylon placement is killing desRow right now.
Yeah, it really is.
Going to try and take out this medevac. Very nicely done here. Just staying barely out of the critical death zone.
Yeah, it's close. Oh, and now the Hellion's coming. They're going to punish these probes.
As soon as they group up again, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, but nice lift.
Depths.
Both overcharge takes it out. Depths should be able to clean this up, and Phoenix will be able to push away that medevac, especially with the Oracle coming back home. The Oracle's gotten 12 kills, but 16 worker kills racked up by Spectre here. So that's definitely not to be sniffed at.
Ooh, that Adept gets that out with 4 HP. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, just so much damage from both sides here. So we have a sort of normalizing position.
Out. Yeah. I mean,
desRow gets the earlier expansion, but by the time he was able to use it again to build probes, Spectre was building 2 SCVs at a time anyway. Second round, though, with this Oracle. Oh, no! The hidden Widow Mine. desRow was about to get so much damage done, and yet did not. The hidden Widow Mine trick, if you don't know it, put your Widow Mines behind your refineries or the dish of the orbital command, and you will have many a kill, and you'll be a happy panther.
The level 2 hidden Widow Mine trick is hide 5 Widow Mines underneath a siege tank against a Zoe player. Wait for them to run and snipe it with Mutalisks, and then all their Mutalisks evaporate.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
It's pretty awesome. I've seen it happen once in a tournament game before, and I kind of lost my shit. It was absolutely insane. Oh, picking up that Oracle. Oh no, this Oracle is... Nope, can't take on 6. Oh no! Stargate play falling apart here for desRow. He's having such a hard time getting value out of these Stargate units.
Yeah,
of course.
The first Oracle was great.
First Oracle was great, but the problem was that it got negated by that drop. So the real sort of value that we're looking at for an advantage or disadvantage is afterwards, and you can see desRow moving away from the Stargate tech now.
Yeah. The interesting thing is though, like just like one more pylon, making a triangle with these two, would have been a perfect defense, because that's exactly where all the units were dropping. One more pylon would have pretty much taken out the medevac even before it unloaded any units, and this game would be next to over. desRow wouldn't have taken any damage, gotten away with a more economic build, and done more damage with it.
Yeah, pylon placement so important in Legacy of the Void. Absolutely changes everything. So, I mean, it's a tough situation, right? You only have 3 pylons. One's going to be at the natural, and then you've got 2 in the main. It's really tough to get all of this production out, all these buildings you want to build with just 2 pylons in the main there.
Yeah, it is. And Scan's gonna reveal
everything. Holy crap!
Everything. Yep.
Just not the third base, but
doesn't see the third. Same sort of situation as in last game, but desRow's third's a little later. Last game, let's see, it's gone for slightly more aggressive opening, trying to get some more damage in. Slightly faster upgrades there for Spectre. Pro players have been neglecting their upgrades, leaving them a little later in Legs of the Void, and just generally focusing on getting all those juicy new tech options up. Plus, of course, the new early game gas sink of Adepts. I say gas sink.
Yeah.
You spend a little bit of gas on them.
Yeah, more than usual. It's an increase in gas, so you have to keep that in mind.
But this Marine's going to come in. You will see that third base as well, just as +1 weapons finishes up. Templar Archives again for desRow, and he looks so far to be heading towards pretty much the same composition as game 1. And we'll see how well that works in when Spectre starts to mix in.
Big drop coming in here.
Yeah, 2 full medevacs. What's in them? 1 Widowmine each, a couple Marauders, and some Marines.
Oh man, he's still got this area that has no pylons covering it over here. If a drop ends up right there, that's going to be so difficult, and he's going to have to filter in through these small chokes.
That is really going to work against him.
Placement's going to be really important here. Where does he drop these units? In the meantime, we have an attack going out, so it'll be a micro on both front situations for desRow for a second here.
Yeah, it looks like desRow's attention is with his army, and that workable is a little bit late. 1 pylon, 1 cannon gone down. The next pylon is going to go down as well pretty quickly. desRow managed to avoid taking a Widowmine hit on the mothership core, but yeah, all these pylons getting focused down. But Spectre is starting to have his little drop whittled down by this.
Oh, this battle on the front's being lost, though. desRow's losing fights on both fronts here. He doesn't have the mothership core in position to defend both at once. It's that problem with having that 1 unit there. And, man, this is absolutely brutal. Starting to warp in some Adepts, but...
so many workers.
Oh, man, and he's going to take out the main here. This whole time, the drop has not been cleaned up in the main. This is looking like a complete disaster for desRow. 22 workers killed, no main base, and almost every of his production is unpowered right now.
Yeah, this medevac is just wailing away on a Marauder, but with the healing from the... Sorry, the mothership core is wailing away on a Marauder, but the healing from the medevac, it just doesn't do anything at all. And the 2 medevacs get out, the most important part of the drop, as Spectre comes back into the third base.
Yeah, that's it, GG. Wow, I haven't seen
faster
Spectre
than last game.
play before, but that was a very impressive showing.